I spill my drink.
Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Deus Ex. In the last two episodes of Hell's Kitchen we did all the optional stuff and all the RPG tidbits, and now we're going to go into doing some combat. So this episode we'll be rescuing the smuggler's friend, Ford Schick, from the sewers. And then maybe next episode we'll get round to doing the main mission. But for now, let's unlock this and go in. See what all the fuss is about. Hello there. There is a man. Ah, that coffee's hot. What are we gonna do with this man? Oh.
These tunnels aren't on the New York City sewer maps. Weird. I have no information on what you might be getting into. This seems worth following up.
Well, you do that, Alex. I've got people to kill. Alright, there's another patrolling man over there. But we look to be pretty safe on this side. Unless we fall off. Now, is that guy gonna see us if we run over the bridge? Probably, it would be safe to assume. For right now, let's go ahead and put our charger prod onto a button, and we'll try and sneak past and use this pillar as cover from the dude. It's alright, even if he looks over here, he won't notice his dead friend. And of course by dead I mean not dead. Right, now there doesn't seem to be any way to get over to his position, so what we're going to have to do is take him down from long range. Now, how are we going to do that? Well, we could probably try using a tranquilizer dart. Problem is, there's an alarm switch right there, and I'm pretty sure through that door there are a whole lot of men. Or at least one. There is at least one man. Ooh. Let's not get into his line of sight. Oh shit. If things get bad, we can always jump off the edge. Go the other way. Oh fuck.
Definitely someone.
Problem with jumping down here, is that it hurts. This sewer water is actually poison as far as JC's concerned, and he is getting mighty sore. There was just 10mm ammo in there, and one of our legs is already gone, so we have to get out of there as quickly as possible. Well, that was quite a wretched experience. Okay, well, it was ugly, but we did it. So now with a missing leg, that means we'll start limping and we can't run as well as we normally can. But that's okay. The real problem is if we lose both legs, because then we won't be able to stand up. And they didn't actually end up getting to the alarm. What I could have done would be to use a multi-tool on the panel, then they wouldn't be able to access it, and they'd just be running around trying to kill me then. The main problem was, I went over this bridge while he was over there, and started hiding here. The problem was, he kept walking this way, when really I should have come over the bridge while he was standing here, so that then I could have knocked him in the back. But, you know, what's done is done, and I got to show you what it looks like down in the main river. Or, yeah, let's say river, it's really not, is it? It's body of water that is still and stagnant. It's not the definition of a river. See your chair. You may also notice that there are items, and this light doesn't seem to work very well. There are items on the pipes. I think over there is a weapon mod and a couple of bioelectric cells, but you will take fall damage trying to pick them up if you just jump off. So the best way to get them is to try stacking up objects and climb onto there. Not the easiest thing to do, especially when the water hurts so much. So let's try out the health screen for like the first time ever. And we're full on medkits, so each medkit will do 30 points of health. We can go ahead and use a few of those. And a data cube. From security to J Stewart MJ12 chemical insertion. Our security grid is now online and active. We will perform a thorough system test every 12 hours to ensure integrity and expectation of the shipment from Hong Kong. If you would like to monitor our status, you can access the grid with the login MJ12 and the password Kupate. Well, MJ12, huh? That'd be these guys, but we haven't seen them before, much less heard about them. I wonder who they are and why they've got the smuggler's colleague down in the sewers. Doesn't seem like a very hygienic place to hide out to me, but maybe their immune systems are a bit better than normal. Now, I know they gave me the password for this computer, but sometimes I find it easier just hacking. Going through all the trouble of using passwords is really only handy if you don't actually have the hacking skill, but generally you would. And there is a man down there. So we have to be careful about going down there if we ever choose to, which we will, of course. But for right now, let's try and get that weapon mod. We do have the microfibril muscle skill. Well, what we can do is, you can see there is a crate down here. Now we've turned the alarms off, the cameras, so that's all good. And we're safe over in this section, just so long as that guy can't see us. Well, and he did. Let's push this box. Okay, welcome back. I'm probably going to edit that out. You will never see it. That was levels of fail never before seen. But my new plan is to, what was this? MJ12. Right. What we're going to try to do to get this weapon mod, because we want to be completionists, don't we? The bioelectric cells don't matter so much, but I really do want that weapon mod. So, attempt number 2. What we can try to do is jump onto this pipe, take minimal fall damage, and then jump over this pipe and get this. But yeah, we've now taken more damage, so let's just get up this ladder. And everything's peachy. We've lost both our legs, so we're gonna have trouble standing now. So, first things first, let's drink all these cans of soft drink. Drop this knife. And eat all this soy food. And drop this pistol. So now... excuse me. Oh, and chocolate bars. Early in the morning I usually feel like this. I don't even have a cold, I just usually stuff up in the morning. So we have an accuracy weapon mod. And what we can do with it is, well, the accuracy on the spider gun is 65%, but, you know, God, what is happening to me? We could probably put it on the pistol for now, seeing as we use it so much. So 73% sounds pretty good. Oh, right. All those foodstuffs did was actually heal the limbs that weren't damaged. But what we can do is go ahead and activate those. So we have pretty sore legs, but that's alright, I think we can deal with that. So what's this way, I wonder? And that security computer isn't even attached to the wall. Hell yeah, game design. Alright. So, one tool, we have 13. But did we pick up a code for this door at any point? Let's just have a look. 3316 maybe? We can try it. Denied. Alright, well. What's this? Electronic control panel, one tool. Well, let's have a look at what that's for. Oh. Well, there's no need, we can just duck under that laser beam. Not a very good trap, is it? And down here is an alternate entrance. An alternate entrance to the sewers, so we could have come through this way if we wanted to. But it is the harder way. And if we go up this ladder, we'll activate that laser. There are some goodies up there, though. Maybe we'll activate it on our way back. And you can just jump and duck under those lasers as well. So, we'll come this way on our way out. There's no need to go there at the moment. Oh, blast it. So this door actually needs two tools because it needs to be activated on either side. Well, that's annoying. Okay. So, let's go deal with that guy. Dropping down on his head might be a bad idea, just saying. So, let's wait for him to get in range and then just shoot him in the face. Or we could always wait for him to walk over to the ledge and then go down the ladder and hit him from behind. That's probably a better option at this point. But he doesn't seem to be coming, does he? He should be on a predetermined path. Okay, here he comes. So let's watch him, see where he goes. He's turned his back. Come on, come on. Come on, damn it, ladders! Ladders!
Whoever's out there, give yourself up.
Okay, we got him. Wasn't amazingly done, but it was better than some of the stuff we've done this playthrough, so... hell, I'll take it. Down there looks kind of deadly to me. There's a camera and a turret. There's napalm hidden in there, but we don't really need it. $50 skill points, huh? How about we check out the skills screen? We haven't been to it in a while. Maybe we'll have something new. So, we now have 35 to 25 skill points. That's not enough to get the next level of lockpicking or electronics. That's probably what we'll want to get. So, we'll probably hold on to these for a bit longer. Leveling up is a very long-term thing in this game. You won't be doing it very often, and there is, depending on how you play, a very finite amount of skill points. But if you play it and try to complete everything, you'll generally have quite a large amount of skill points by the end of the game. Let's try 3316 again. Doesn't work. Well, the only way I see of opening this is with a with a multi-tool, but maybe we can find the code hidden somewhere in here. I hope it doesn't hurt. No? Oh, it's much shallower than I thought. I don't see any data cubes though. Just checking. Alright, well. Clearly it's not in here. I've missed something somewhere else. That's alright. We can still spare a multi-tool. If I couldn't though, well, we'd be in trouble, wouldn't we?
Did anybody else hear something?
Holy cow. Alright. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I must admit he scared me a bit there. Well, that's one down. See how many are left. Well, But we don't have to use the multi-tool on it every time.
This area is an old water treatment facility. I wonder what all these paramilitary types are doing down here. But considering what the smuggler said, I would imagine this is where they're holding his friend, Ford Schick.
Yep. That would be a good assumption there. Or presumption, whatever the difference is. Let's try the password we already got. And it works. Well, let's go ahead and turn off all the cameras. We can see there's a few men. We can use the camera options up here, the arrows, to move direction. Looks like a dude just walked through the door. And we can even zoom if we wanted to. Doesn't let you hold the button though, you've got to do individual clicks all the time. And, well, we can increase the speed at which that happens. There we go. Yep. Looks like two men in there. And who's in here? Well, I guess that's him. Someone's just walked down. Yep.
Watch yourself. This one's some kind of...
This was a bad idea.
Aim for the head. Watch it. He hasn't gone far.
Okay, there you go, they're all dead. Now, as you can see, there are some disadvantages to playing it like a shooter. Those main disadvantages being that the combat mechanics aren't really as smooth as you'd expect from a first-person shooter. But, regardless, all the men are dead. That's a lot sloppier than I usually play it, honestly. Sounds like there's still a guy in here. Well, that gas will keep going indefinitely. But... sure, I heard someone. Well, let's ignore it and hope he doesn't get us from behind while we try to read. Data administration to J. Stewart. As requested, access codes have been changed. Your new access code is J. Stewart JS1357. Be sure to change the password after you log in. Out. Man Who Was Thursday, the next chapter. Well, we've already read that one. How about this one? Jacob's Shadow. This is a new one, chapter 12. A lot of people say this city looks like hell, Ali said. She took a long drag from her cigarette. The glowing tip burned a hole in the darkness. Most people never been to hell, Jacob said. She looked at him and he could hear the smile in her voice. And I suppose you have. Jacob said nothing, then stood and walked to the bed. Ali let out a small noise and shrank back against the pillows as if she'd claw her way into them if she could. He leaned down close to her ear. You like to play games, he whispered, and that's fine. But you don't want to be playing games with me because I'm the one honest man in this city. You should know that since we were married. Interesting. Well, I'd like to read more of that if I could, but, you know, there's only chapter 12 here for now. Let's try this. J. Stewart. What was it? J1357. Nope, that wasn't it. Well, let's check our notes. JS1357, of course. Our chemist from WS. We've heard of that before, haven't we? Your concern about his behaviour is unwarranted. However, once the initial trial is completed, you may eliminate him at your own discretion. Eliminate whom, I wonder? Operation Central Company Picnic. The company picnic has been moved from July 21 to July 28. Please note this on your calendars. Employees on duty or otherwise unavailable will receive a bonus as compensation instead. Wow. A frown is just a smile turned upside down. Seems like MJ12 are quite a very friendly intra-community. Security Central, system hacking. We've had several attempts to hack into the main dataless system, mostly amateur tunneling stunts that don't require a prejudicial response. However, in keeping with standard protocols, all level 1 lock system codes have been changed. The new code is 2167. This will work within the complex, but isn't valid for exterior access. Those systems are on a separate grid as in the armory. Pass this code on to those with proper clearances. Never blame malice for what one can adequately be blamed on stupidity. Another one from WS, delivery. The main shipment will be arriving shortly, so ensure that all CLoWnn delivery tests are completed. Your recommendation of the water treatment facilities for insertion has also been approved. Your studies of vector diffusion and initial casualty counts were persuasive. Well, as I expected, that chlorine spill that we keep reading about, it seems to be a bit of a conspiracy. Doesn't it all seem legit? Not that a spill of chemical substances into water is ever legit, but... Okay, that's just a 3-digit code. So we're gonna have to use this panel over here. 2167. And it works. This water doesn't hurt JC, thank God. Because he's not in the best of shape at the moment. What would really be helpful is a medbot, but who knows if we're going to actually find one anytime soon.
You must be Ford Chick.
Who are you?
Smuggler sent me. Who's holding you here? I don't recognize the uniforms of the soldiers.
I don't know. They're private security for a biotech company or something. They had me doing antibody work.
Corporate security isn't usually outfitted to fight a ground war.
They're doing experiments on people. They don't want anybody finding out.
Alright, well we can tell Ford what to do here. We've already dealt with security, I mean, we might as well tell him to go for it.
Make a break for it. I'll protect you.
Here I go.
He doesn't need protecting since there's no one around. But we'll follow him anyway, because we'll get a bonus once he reaches the exit.
I can make it from here. Thanks. If you see Smuggler, tell him I'm alright.
Alright, there we go. Secondary goal completed. And now we only have the primary goal, but we're going to go back this way because, well, I missed some stuff down here. Now, that computer said that the armory was on a different channel, I guess. So, that 2167 code won't work on that panel. We're going to have to find a different code if we want it to. And a multi-tool might help us achieve that. Let's just blow this chair up and check what's in here. Nothing. Okay. Oh, we ran out of electric energy. Oh, that's disappointing. Book. Chlorine and water treatment report for the New York City Council 2053. On the other hand, opponents claim chlorine compounds could cause cancer, infertility, or birth defects. However, recent research indicates that the increased risk of cancer from the chlorinated water is minimal or non-existent. For example, a 2034 toxicological study found no carcinogenic effects at chlorine concentrations 1,000 times higher than the Environmental Protection Agency revised Kyoto standards. and the International Agency for Research on Cancer concluded population studies on cancer rates were too flawed to draw any conclusions. Water chlorination is just one target for some activists. They advocate eliminating some of all of the 15,000 chlorine compounds now in use. This would include most plastics, almost 85% of pharmaceuticals, and 35% of crop protection chemicals. Yet, most of the chlorine in the world occurs naturally. The annual global emission of some 1,500 naturally occurring chlorinated organic chemicals totals 5 million tons, compared to human emissions of chlorine compounds of only 26,000 tons. Well, if this is true, then in order to actually pollute the water supply, they would need a hell of a lot of the chemical. Nanotechnology for stupid people. Okay. Feel like a moron because folks sling around words like universal constructor, grey goo, mechanocarbons and Bucky tubes. Well, no longer. Nanotechnology for stupid people will guide you through the small, small world of tiny machines. Why is this important? Why should you care? Imagine 1,000,000 microscopic robots no bigger than a red blood cell, constantly scouring your arteries for plague and cholesterol. Imagine a supercomputer the size of your thumbnail that can record everything you see and hear. Imagine buildings that assemble themselves overnight. Well, imagine no longer. The future is here, or will be soon, and it's made of little atoms. That's right, atoms. Building blocks of all matter in the universe. Nanotechnology simply pushes the little building blocks around to make new, interesting, exciting things. Even now, scientists worldwide are making huge studies in perfecting the universal constructor that will make a nanotechnological future possible, but already the benefits are being reaped from their research. You'll learn the history, the inside scoop, the buzzwords, and what the future holds, all inside nanotechnology for stupid people. Stupid people, when you don't have two neurons to rub together. Check out our other books, including the best-selling Pandemics for Stupid People and Cooking Dog for Stupid People. Well, JC isn't that stupid, I didn't think. I mean, he does throw lab equipment around the room on occasion, but that doesn't make you stupid, it just makes you juvenile, doesn't it? Whoops. Alright, so let's go use that multi-tool we picked up on this keypad. We could try and guess the 3-digit combination, considering it wouldn't be too hard with just 3 digits. Wouldn't take that long, but, you know, it's longer than I want to waste. So, found some rockets and some WP rockets. Now, WP rockets, I'm pretty sure those are guided rockets. We can use those to manually guide to our targets. And this big fella here is a LaW, or light anti-tank weapon. We can't carry it now, but with some inventory rearrangement, I think we might be able to pick it up. It'd be good to get that augmentation out of the inventory. Still can't get it? I think it takes 4 squares. Well, I mean, we can drop the pepper cartridge. I mean, we're not going to use that, are we? And I probably should have rearranged the inventory at that point. So, there we go. Alright, a LaW. So, this does 100 damage, has a base accuracy of 70% and recoil of 1. Has a decent range, and it is a heavy weapon, as you might expect. The LaW provides cheap, dependable anti-armor capability in the form of an integrated one-shot rocket and delivery system, though at the expense of any laser guidance. Like any heavy weapons, the LaW can slow agents who have not trained with it extensively. Okay, so the LaW is essentially like the PS20, in that it is disposable, one-use weapon that doesn't take any ammo. And as it did say in the write-up, you are very slow when carrying it. So, that may come in handy for heavily armored targets, or even for bots and other such nonsense. But we'll get to that later, won't we? The answer is yes, it was a rhetorical question. So now we can escape through the exit that we found earlier. And I have no idea how long this episode's getting. But what we'll want to do is just finish off here and then go talk to the smuggler. See if he can provide us with that discount. Well, suppose we can bypass this panel. This should turn off the lasers. Nope. Didn't turn off the lasers. So what did I actually just use a multi-tool on? Oh well. So if you just climb up here, the alarm will go off, but so long as you stay out of the turret's line of sight, you'll be fine. And this guy had 2 multi-tools and 2 lockpicks on him, so that was pretty important to get. And the lasers will actually trigger if you throw a dead body into them, so don't muck around too much. Objective: covert surveillance of warehouse. Details: this mission is authorized at a level of Throne 6G. You will not interface with local authorities, UNATCO, or other government agencies. You are to act with prejudice against any threat to mission objectives. The entry code is 2167. That's alright, we already got in there, didn't we? But Throne 6G, that sounds a lot like the sort of code system of Angelo A and Domination 5X that we've been hearing about. Wonder why MJ12 would have a similar ranking system to UNATCO. Maybe it's just a cross-agency sort of standard in this world. Well, we come out right at the subway station. Let's go have a chat to Smuggler, now that we've gotten his friend rescued.
Yes. Password?
Bloodshot.
Oh, and we might actually have to use one of these elevator buttons. Let's use the one over here, just for the lols. Alright, hello, we're back.
I got your friend out.
Ford, is he alright?
Fine. You were right about those troops. Definitely not NSF.
They're the CIA. They capture people and use them for medical experiments.
I wouldn't go that far. You said you'd make it worth my while.
Since you helped Ford, I'll cut you a deal. I'll give you a scope that will fit most handguns and rifles for 700 credits, a bioelectric cell for 250, or some light amplification goggles for 1125.
You know, it's not expensive anymore, but we just don't need that job.
Not interested.
Well, you know where to find me. Thanks again for finding Ford.
No problem.
On the off chance we ever come back here, maybe he'll have new stock for us.
See anything you like?
So we could just talk to him at any
Not
point.
interested.
And JC will just tell him he's not interested every single time. So we never actually checked behind the smuggler's mirror, did we? Takes 2 tools, but we did pick up 2 multi-tools from that dead guy in the sewers, so let's take advantage of those. And what's inside? Med kit, clip modification, and thermoptic camo. We haven't seen that before. Let's read about it while we pick up this prod charger. Not enough of... already have enough of that type of ammo. Oh, okay. So, thermoptic camo, integrating woven fiber optics and an advanced computing system. Thermoptic camo can render an agent invisible to both humans and bots by dynamically reflecting light and radar waves. However, the high power drain makes it impractical for more than short-term use, after which the circuitry is fused and it becomes useless. So, this is a one-shot deal for invisibility. This can be handy for sneaking past anything, including cameras. Problem is, it doesn't last very long, but with some environmental training, we can increase the rate that we can use it. And by that I mean decrease the rate in which it loses its charge. Always getting these things backwards, aren't I? Well, I think we're pretty much done. Next episode, we will actually get to doing the main mission, so see you then.